Okay, we're headed out of the facility. From best I can tell, the property goes at least to the trees. Now there is a buffer along there, and then of course, well, let's just point in this direction towards the little house. Actually, the repairs are virtually non-existent in here. You got to put the doors back on. This is really nice. Apparently they've got internet back here, water, and so on. But this is a nice facility. So we'd have to figure out what the property lines actually are, though. And this part has been sold previously, so I would get an option from the guy that just bought the thing, because it sounds like he got a hell of a deal. He might have bought 20 acres for 10 grand. Or no, I'm sorry, that was the people in the front. They just bought a place that gets wet for 10 grand. So in any event, this is scenic, but you can't make any money on scenic. But whoever would be a caretaker, this would be a natural place for them to reside, or not, just rent it out, because that would be, this is just a nice place. So based on the fact that it's a 3-bedroom, really kick-ass master bedroom by the time it gets done, I would think you would be able to get, God, a minimum of $650, but it sure seems like you could get $800. A guy would have to look at what the rents are. So here we are, we're leaving. Now, the driveway is going to need repair. That's a shame. Whether it can be sealed, my buddy does sealing, so he could probably tell us. Even though this is a large area to do camping, who wants to camp in the sun? So I'm going to suggest that you find out where the property lines are and consider camping along the edges, particularly that edge. That goes back further, and a person might be able to get an easement or rent the wooded area from whoever owns that thing and use that for camping purposes. So one of the thoughts I had out here in the larger area would be for horses, and I'm trying to attract that group of people by having horse shows and that kind of thing, put in a ring, put in, I don't know if there's horse trails or not. My guess is we can probably find some. Car shows, maybe that's in the driveways, but again, who's your target market? And so this property over here on the left is not owned by the club. It's been cut out, and it does have a nice brick entrance here. That house has been cut out as well. So looking at the entrance, we've got a nice brick entrance, and what we want to do is go to the houses to the left here, and we'll go to the houses and just see what kind of quality we're looking at. So that's a decent house. We're going to make a left right away. Here's our next door neighbor. Hi there, lady. Okay, so we're going to turn here to check out the houses. These are decent. Okay, I'm going to guess that these are like 1970s vintage. It'll be interesting to see what a lot sells for. And that telephone number is 425-383981. It looks like there's some industrial activity over there. And looks like we have a cell tower. Let's see how good my signal is, if that's one of mine. I operate off of Verizon. Oh yeah, I got this pegged. Okay, 4G, full 4G. Alright, so we're looking at 1970s, 1980s houses. They're all well maintained, except for that house. They don't have junky cars, no junk in the backyards that I can see. Nice neighborhood. So the area that I'm talking about putting the camping in would be back there. That's a buffer between the two properties. So we still have power. We'll keep on filming. Nice cars. Nice neighborhood. So and now we're in the crop area. So we have now exceeded where the I believe, maybe not. Actually, probably not. I don't know where we are relative to the end of the property line, because there was a row of trees back there, and then they had two strips of crop. So now we're coming up to Route 32, and my objective is to go over to the Mounds State Park to see how far away it is. And now that's a nice Crown Point. Appears to be a nice development right over there. They have enough right-of-way to put in a divided highway if they ever need to. They're thinking that one through. That's a lot of right-of-way through here. So beginning about here would be the woods. And what I'm looking for right now is do not spray. I was looking for limited access, or LA, which would be a real pain in the butt. Now it might be LA because there's a fence, and do not spray is all it says. There's the apartment complex that I was talking about, Madison. Oh shit. Anyway, I was holding up some people. I'm going to go ahead and turn on range line and just go through the apartment complex really quickly. This is the way that I came in. Alright, we got a funeral home. Then we've got the apartment complex over here on the left, which is called Madison Lakes. And we've got a move-in special going on, washer and dryer included. There we go, the leasing office. And they do have a pool in the clubhouse. And here are some of our residents that appear to be moving in. It is 2:22 in the afternoon. An awful lot of cars here, but I don't see any rust on them, so that's a good sign. They all appear to have air conditioning. There's the maintenance guys. There's a lot more cars here than I would expect during the day. I wonder what the deal is. Now there was a tiny bit of rust on that one. We got a little pond over here. And there's a pond back here. And of course the abutting property is right back there. And this is where I felt that the road could be extended, right here. Like it's designed as a curb cut there. It's like they expected to go in that direction and buy that, I think, 22-acre parcel. So I'm going to stop at this point and let's see.